Hey everyone, I'm Orbit and welcome back to a brand new episode of World Builder Wednesdays. Today we've just got one big story to cover, the 12 worlds that will be moving forward in our Pitchfest program for 2022. So strap in because we're going to be taking a quick look at everything advancing and talking about how you guys can contribute to these worlds to make them even better. First up, from the architect Mr. Fang 2, we have Andrew and the Unnatural. This is an episodic series about a small town in Florida that plays host to monsters from myth and folklore, while a trio of friends seek to help these monsters integrate with human society. They solve monster problems, face down a monster-hunting biker, and try to make the most of life in Serendipity Bay. The genre for this series is comedy and mythology, and it was created by the architect behind LEGO Clash, which is also advancing into our Pitchfest program. Of course, you guys know the story behind LEGO Clash by now. When retired supervillain Wrecker is drawn out to teach a new team of villains how to cause chaos, his son Lightfoot steps up with his own team of heroes to keep them in check. But when a new threat enters their sphere, they must learn to work together. Clash is also an episodic series, and it's in the comedy superhero genre. We're super excited to see Mr. Fang 2 advance with 2 worlds, and there is another architect who also had 2 worlds advance to the next stage of Pitchfest. Architect We Ninja is behind Brick Battles, another episodic series that features passionate LEGO enthusiasts participating in games called Brick Battles, where LEGO MOCs can be summoned to life and battle each other. Brick Battlers strive to become the best in the world and win the prestigious title of the Brick Champion. This is a comedy science fiction series, and We Ninja is new to the Pitchfest program, having not had a world advance last year, and they also have another submission with Brickmasters, which is a feature film instead of an episodic series. 16-year-old Max Bricker wins an exclusive trip to Legoland to test a new 4D immersive ride, along with other talented master builders from around the world. Little do they realize the ride actually brings them to the real LEGO universe. This is an action fantasy movie, and I think that it sounds like a lot of fun. Who wouldn't want to accidentally end up in the LEGO universe? The next world, Bildovian Adventure, was created by the architect Brick Chap as another feature film. After crash landing in the kingdom of Bildovia, aviators Bill Clicks Patrick and Dan MacBrick become embroiled in a plan by a displaced princess to foil the machinations of an evil count and restore her father, the rightful King Franz Klickoff, to the throne. This is a historical adventure film that I also think sounds like a ton of fun. Anything that's set in some wider LEGO universe that involves a crazy adventure always sounds like a good time to me. Detective Bones, created by architect Doodlebrick, has been envisioned as a paranormal, noir-themed, stylized digital short. Corianne accidentally stumbles upon the magical but creepy Nether York City, and only a clumsy but determined skeleton detective can help her get home. To me, this sounds like one of the most fresh and unique ideas in this year's Pitchfest, because it's something that I can't think of an equivalent from LEGO that we've seen before. We've had themes like Hidden Side and stuff like that, but no LEGO Entertainment has really dug into the paranormal side of the LEGO universe, which is why Detective Bones is a great choice to advance to the next stage. Similarly, Junior Detectives by architect Space Cowboy is an episodic series targeted at a slightly younger LEGO audience. Created for LEGO Duplo, this series follows the exciting adventures of Daisy and Danny, adventurous little mystery solvers who face many challenges while learning valuable and important life lessons along the way. This is an educational mystery series, which also sounds like a lot of fun, even if it is geared more towards the younger side of LEGO fans. I think that it could teach kids some really solid lessons for the future. Knights of Lazodia is an epic fantasy series created by Eddie, the architect behind Holiday Heroes. After her father's personality changes overnight, Princess Leona must work with a humble fisherman destined for heroism to unite the 12 lands and save Lazodia from the fell influence of the neighboring kingdom of Ouroboros. I think that fantasy series sounds like a lot of fun. I'm kind of disappointed to not see more medieval knight-themed things this year, but Knights of Lazodia sounds like a great pick. Next up is another awesome world that many of you should be familiar with through our LWB Comics program on Instagram. This is Lawless, created by the architect Charlie. After a supernatural event turns the quiet town of Lawless into a hotspot for all things weird, it's up to reluctant Sheriff Lawson and his oddball assortment of friends to bring back some semblance of normality. all while dealing with galactic ne'er-do-wells, interdimensional outlaws, and good old-fashioned train robbers. This is a Western science fiction mashup episodic TV series that sounds like, again, a huge roller coaster ride of crazy awesome fun. Mech Animals is a unique entry on this list because it's the only world that's an interactive game as opposed to a series or feature film or digital short. Created by the architect Brickster, who we have interviewed before on World Builder Wednesdays, it follows Ava, who, seeking to follow in her brother's footsteps, enters the world of mech battling with her sights set on the Sun City Championship. With no experience and a second-hand mech animal, Ava must learn quickly if she hopes to succeed where Alex did not. This is an action superhero world, and I think that as a game, it offers a really interesting perspective compared to everything else that's moving through to Pitchfest in 2022. Rekondite is a dystopian thriller episodic series created by architect Violet Pixels, who we've also interviewed before on World Builder Wednesdays. In a neon-bright dystopian cyberpunk world, Nevaeh and her friends uncover a dangerous conspiracy and become locked in a race against time to prevent chaos that could destroy their home. They'll have to be careful though. Something deeper might be at play and things aren't always what they seem. I love the visual aesthetic of Rekondite and I love the story as well, so I can't wait to see how it develops further and where it goes from here. Our 12th and final world is Treasure Questing, a comedy expedition-themed episodic series created by the architect Alex Williams. A cast of weird and wonderful racers compete to find the lost treasure of amnesia, overcoming a range of obstacles from unreadable maps to determined postal workers. There's just one problem. None of them know what the treasure actually is. I think that this sounds like a really fun quest kind of story because there aren't many of those just nowadays in general, and it seems like something that could, again, offer a more unique flair to the LEGO universe. So those are all 12 of the worlds advancing to the next phase of Pitchfest. Please continue to contribute to these worlds on the platform. You can also join our Discord server if you want to communicate with the architects directly, but remember, any actual contributions still need to be placed on the LEGO World Builder platforms. The architects can incorporate your ideas into their final pitches, and in the month of October we'll actually be hosting a number of challenges including prizes for contributions to these worlds. So get started now and stay tuned for more challenges in October. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to Tongal for more LEGO World Builder news, and I'll see you guys with more news in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.